This is the M16 01S spear point folder from Columbia River Knife and Tool, and I call this my grunt knife. You can tell it's gotten pretty beat up over the year and a half that I've had it, but I love this knife. I put it through its paces quite a bit. I'm not real careful with it. In fact, I'm even ashamed to say I don't sharpen it with a whetting stone and a strap. I actually just run it through the kitchen knife sharpener, and still over time, it's just held up really well, but it does get used and abused on a regular basis. And a couple things I love about this knife. One, I love the satin finish of the blade. Just has a really nice look. The black finish on the stainless steel handle holds up pretty well, though you can see it has gotten scratched up over time, which I don't know. To me, it actually makes it look even better with some battle damage on it. I do like the fact that the clip is reversible on either side. So depending on which hand you draw with, you can move the clip back and forth, which is nice. And I've never once had a problem with these coming loosened here. On a lot of my knives, I usually have to tighten these up every now and then, keep an eye on it, or I'll lose a screw entirely. And these have never come loose once. I like the spear point design, which gives it a universal application, which is really, really nice. Now, a couple things that I don't like. One, I've got very large hands, and the small nature of this knife makes it really hard to use that thumb flipper there. It's really hard to hold it with one hand and deploy with that. However, they were thoughtful enough to incorporate the finger flipper here, which works a little bit better. However, I've never been able to get it to deploy in one movement, even after lubing the bearings under there. I have to give it a little bit of a flip in order to open it up all the way. But once it's open, that blade does not wiggle, it does not move. It's got a frame lock, a very thick frame lock here, which keeps it tight and in place. But that also brings up another thing. It is, with my larger hands, it is hard to grip it and get my thumb to dig into that frame lock to fold the knife back up. So it is a little bit more difficult with larger hands to be able to deploy and to stow single-handedly. However, that's not a deal killer for me because, like I said, this is my grunt knife and I've managed to get used to it over time. It's held up really well, and if I ever lost it or needed to replace it, I would easily buy another one again.